In this video, I'm actually going to recap the Nuggets' 118-114 loss to the Boston Celtics in overtime. This game was a couple weeks ago. It was actually in triple overtime. We fell to 33-19 with this loss. This ended our 9-game winning streak. Just a battle, tough loss. I mean, we had plenty of opportunities to win this game, but ultimately fell short to a great Boston Celtics team, and it is what it is. But we did a lot of good things here in this game. We out-rebounded the Celtics 65-51. You like seeing that. I thought JaVale McGee, Kenneth Reed, both those guys played with great effort and energy on the glass. We had 15 offensive rebounds in this game. You like seeing us get second chance possessions, and JaVale McGee and Kenneth Reed actually combined for 7 of our 15 offensive rebounds. Both those guys were great on the glass. We outscored Boston 62-30 in the paint. Thought we did a good job of controlling the paint and doing a good job of getting high percentage shots in this game. We had 22 fast break points. We did get out in transition after we were able to force some turnovers and get some easy buckets out on the break. That's when we're at our best. We forced 16 turnovers in this game, and we scored 17 points off of those turnovers. You like seeing that. So definitely did a lot of good things here in this game, but ultimately again just fell short here. Ty Lawson, I thought was phenomenal for us here in this game. He's really been playing great as of late. He's starting to really take that next step. Here against Boston, he had 29 points, 9 assists, 6 boards. He did have 5 turnovers, which you don't like seeing, but he was 13 of 22 from the field, 3 of 6 from the three-point line. If it wasn't for him, we would have never even been in a position to win this game. He was aggressive from the start, did a good job of looking to score, getting into the lane, attacking the rim. He had 11 points, I believe, in that third quarter. He hit 3 threes in that quarter. Obviously had that floater off the glass to tie the game with 0.0 seconds left in regulation. That was huge. Honestly, I thought that should have been an N1. That was a great play by Ty. He did miss a pretty makeable 3 in the first overtime period that would have won us the game, but he also then came back in the second overtime, hit a huge jumper for us with about 19 seconds left to give us a 3-point lead and put us in a position to win. I love the confidence Ty Lawson's starting to play with. Like I said, he's really starting to take that next step. Obviously, you don't like the turnovers. Him having 5 turnovers, only 9 assists. That's not a good turnover to assist ratio, but he's still, I love the way he's playing. He's just been aggressive. He's looking to score. You can tell he's got a confidence about him, and I thought he was great here in this game. And if it wasn't for Ty Lawson, we would have never even had a chance to go on the road and win this game in Boston against a real good Celtics team. Danilo Gallinari, I thought also had a solid game. He finished with a double-double, 18 points, 10 rebounds for Gallo. He also had 3 assists, 3 steals, but he did have 4 turnovers. You don't like seeing your 2 top players, at least 2 top offensive players combined for 9 turnovers. You don't like that. He was 7 of 20 from the field, 2 of 8 from the three-point line, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. I thought early on in this game, Gallo was forcing a lot of shots, really not looking to get to the rim. He wasn't attacking at all, but during the overtime periods and into the fourth quarter, he started getting aggressive. He was huge for us in the second and third overtime periods. In that second overtime, he had a big jumper over KG, and he had a great take to the rack where he finished with his left hand. And then in that third overtime, he had a nice another take to the basket, finished with his left hand, another layup there, and he had a rainbow 3 that he hit right in KG's eyes, which was just a crazy shot. But you obviously would have liked to see Gallo be a little more aggressive early on in this game and kind of limit those turnovers, but you like what he did defensively, getting 3 steals, having the 10 boards, and he was big for us down the stretch in overtime, and again, like Ty Lawson, put us in a position to win the game. Kenneth Reed, also really like what he did. He finished with a double-double as well. He had 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 steals. He was 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Loved his energy all game. Thought he did a great job of fighting for steals here in this game. Had a big N1 on KG in the fourth quarter. Did miss some free throws, crucial free throws down the stretch for us, but I loved his energy and effort on the glass. I thought he did a great job of giving us kind of a physical presence and did a great job of, like I said, fighting for steals on the defensive end, fighting for rebounds, getting some offensive rebounds, scoring off those, and just battling KG, Brandon Bass, and the rest of the Celtics front line all game. And then JaVale McGee lastly, I thought played well. He only had 5 points, but he did finish with 16 rebounds and 3 blocks. I loved his activity and effort on the glass. I thought he was great for us. Obviously would have liked to see him be a little more productive from a scoring standpoint, but the 3 blocks and 16 rebounds I thought was great. Did a good job of adjusting shots at the rim for us on the defensive end, getting some blocks, and then just showed a great effort on the glass, getting those 16 rebounds here against Boston. Now looking at some of the bad things we did here in this game, there was a lot of mistakes we made here. against Boston. You give up 13 threes. You just can't expect to go on the road and beat a team like Boston when you give up that many threes. Boston shot 43% from the three-point line here against us. We did a poor job, really, really poor job of getting through screens here in this game. And we had a lot of late rotations on the defensive end, and we gambled way too much on the defensive end. Corey Brewer had multiple plays in this game where he gambles way too much. He overcommits way too much on the defensive end, and that led to us our rotations breaking down. Then we had rotations getting late over, and then Boston was able to get a bunch of wide open threes, which really hurt us here in this game. We had 21 turnovers, didn't do a good job of taking care of the ball. Already kind of talked about that. Gallo and Ty Lawson combined for 9 of our 21 turnovers. You can't have that from your 2 best players and expect to beat a good team on the road. Boston had 24 points off of our turnovers. We had 7 turnovers alone in the first quarter. Just got off to a real terrible start. Boston actually went on a 12-0 run to start this game. Just, turnovers putting us in an early hole. You don't like doing that, especially on the road against a good team like the Celtics. That really hurt us. We failed to close the game out. We had plenty of opportunities here in this game, as I mentioned, to win this game. Lawson had that makeable 3-point shot in the first overtime that could have won us the game. Gallo actually had a left-handed layup in the second overtime that he missed that could have won us the game. So missing those crucial shots down the stretch to potentially win us the game also really hurt us. But really what killed us in this game was our perimeter defense and our turnovers and just being sloppy, with the basketball, not taking care of the basketball, and it definitely came back to haunt us and hurt us in this game. And I think turnovers and those threes were ultimately the biggest reason why we lost here to the Boston Celtics. Paul Pierce was phenomenal in this game for the Boston Celtics. He actually finished with a triple-double. He had 27 points, 14 rebounds, and 14 assists. He was 7 of 20 from the field, 5 of 9 from the three-point line, and 8 of 9 from the free throw line. I thought Wilson Chandler did a pretty good job defensively on Paul Pierce down the stretch here in this game, but he got multiple open threes in the first half that he was able to knock down. Did a great job of facilitating the offense for the Boston Celtics here in this game, and did a great job of getting to that free throw line in the third quarter. I think he was 7 of 7 from the free throw line in the third quarter, and obviously had that great 3-point shot he hit over Andre Miller in double overtime to tie the game for the Boston Celtics. Real tough shot, but a shot that basketball fans have seen Paul Pierce make over and over again in his career. Big shot by him, and he was great here in this game. He finished with a triple-double, was just phenomenal on all ends of the floor, and obviously hit that huge shot in double overtime, that big 3 over Andre Miller to tie the game for the Boston Celtics. KG also was great. Garnett finished with 20 points, 18 rebounds, double-double for him. He also had 6 assists and 3 blocks. He was 9 of 24 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. I thought he set great screens all game. I thought he did a great job of utilizing screens to set up open jump shots for his teammates. I thought his offensive rebounding was pretty good, and he made some big shots in that third overtime period for Boston. He had 3 open jump shots in that third overtime period for Boston that were just crucial baskets for them, crucial points for them, and KG was phenomenal. I thought he also did a great job of passing out of the post, finding the open man on the perimeter. He just really played well, and the screens he set in this game were so crucial for the success of Boston shooting in this game because of the screens that Garnett was setting. Boston was able to get a lot of open jump shots and threes off those. So KG also is huge for Boston here in this game. And then you look at Jeff Green and Jason Terry. Those guys combined for 43 points off the bench and 6 threes. They both hit really crucial three-pointers during the overtime periods here in this game against us. Both those guys were great. We left Jason Terry way too open multiple times in this game, and that really hurt us. You look at Andre Miller. I thought, Andre Miller played fairly well in this game, but down the stretch had a lot of crucial mistakes. He finished with 15 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and had 5 turnovers. You hate seeing that. He was 7 of 18 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line. His play in the fourth quarter helped start an 8-0 run for us in that fourth quarter to help us get back in the game. He had a beautiful take in this game where he had a spin move off the dribble, ball faked KG, and then finished with the left hand at the rim. I thought that was great, but had 2 really boneheaded, crucial turnovers for us during the overtime period. Just some poor decisions, poor passes by Andre Miller, and then obviously the shot he settled for in that overtime period. He settles for a horrible, contested 3-point shot with 11.5 seconds left. You hate seeing that. Obviously not the guy. I don't think you want Andre Miller taking the last shot there. I think Just a poor decision by Andre, kind of rushing that shot and forcing the shot, and really I feel we could have got a much better shot there to win the game, and just not a good shot, and obviously the 5 turnovers and the crucial turnovers he had in the overtime periods really hurt us in this game. And then you look at Corey Brewer and Wilson Chandler; those guys combined for only 20 points on 8 of 24 shooting. Already mentioned Brewer was gambling way too much on defense, overcommitting on defense, which really kind of killed the rotations and led to a lot of open threes for Boston. And then Wilson Chandler just couldn't hit a shot. He had multiple open shots in this game. He wasn't as aggressive as I would have liked to see him be. He wasn't getting to the rim as much as I would have liked to see him do that, but you settle in for a lot of jump shots. But he had multiple open shots he just couldn't make, and you can't expect to win a game when you got guys like Jeff Green and Jason Terry combining for 43 points off the bench for Boston, and then we got 2 of our key scoring reserves coming off the bench, only combining for 20 points and combining to shoot 8 of 24 from the field. So tough loss. I thought we played with great effort here in this game, showed a lot of fight, but made a lot of mistakes, and ultimately you can't make the mistakes that we did here in this game and expect to beat a team like the Celtics in their gym on the road, and just a real tough loss. Definitely a heartbreaker, ends our 9-game winning streak, but still you gotta like the effort that we played with. So Nuggets fall to the Boston Celtics 118-114. We fell to 33-19 with this loss, and we moved on to play the Toronto Raptors after this game.